I wrote this. Most of these have been songs that other people asked me to write for them, but this one's very personal because it was a song that I wrote about my relationship with my sister. Um, and 15 years ago, um, my sister and I, when we were little, we were very close, I think. And as we grew up, we just kind of grew up in different directions. And so we never had a big fight, and we always still saw each other at family events. But inside of me, whenever I was around her, I felt really stiff and like I wanted to reach out, but I didn't know how to do it. And I felt this ache inside of me about why we weren't connected. And she seemed to be doing just fine without me. She didn't seem to feel a lot of these same feelings. And so I wrote this song. Ksenia wrote this like way better guitar part that you're going to hear. And I recorded it and I sent it in the mail to my sister because there was no internet back then. It was the dark ages. And I was really nervous when I sent it. And it was before I'd ever even started doing commission songs, so I didn't know how this was going to go. And she didn't respond for a month. So if your sibling ever writes to you, like, let's go for 2 weeks for this, closing the gap thing. So that was a really, really long month. It was hard and uncomfortable. And when she finally wrote me back, the letter that she sent me was so interesting and different and from a whole different way of looking at this from me that I decided I was just going to try to turn that letter into a song, changing as few words as I possibly could, just almost exactly in the order. So those became the sister songs. We recorded that one, and Sandy did another treacherous part that only she could play. So I thought it would be fun to play them back to back because you ought to at least have one space between songs where I don't talk. Sandy would like that. So we used to play these, and when we would play them, like at House of Blues or whatever, after the first song we're going to do, which represents my point of view, like half the audience would be crying, and the other half would be like, yeah, what? And then we'd play the second song, and the other half of the audience would be crying. So that doesn't mean you're required to cry, but you kind of sort of should, because I just set that up for you. So, all right, so here we go. Should we do them back to back? Well, it's been almost a decade when I counted maybe 2 that I've been pacing out a circle around the picture I've drawn of you. And I just can't seem to break out, but I can't get much closer to. And I'd like to hand my hand to you, but I just keep on keeping the distance. Was it a war zone? Was it a floor show? Do you know something I don't? Were we a hard tribe? Did we use sharp knives when we helped each other grow? And did I hurt you? Did I desert you? Did I see the world too hard? Is there a window I can climb in now to our old bedroom in the dark? When I was 5, you saved my life out thrashing in the lake. And when I grew up and I lost love, you cradled my mistake. When I need you, you appear, but where am I, for goodness sake? Well, I love you like the moon, but I'm still trembling where it's safe, here in the distance. Was it a war zone? Was it a floor show? Do you know something I don't? Were we a hard tribe? Did we use sharp knives when we helped each other grow? When I don't call you, when you don't call too, well, the silence sits like rock. But if I called you, would that be false too? 'Cause I just don't know how to stop keeping the distance. Can you hear me? The 'cause I want to the distance, 'cause I love you.
So here's the letter back. Thinking about what you said makes me think about how little I think about the things you think about. Walking around with your words in my head, I don't think I'll sing about the things I think about. If it hurts, I'll move away. If it feels good, I'll stay. How you were made it hard to stay. Thinking about the distance we shared, I would not think about the things we do without. Maybe there was animosity there. I would not think about these things you sing about. It hurts, I'll move away. If it feels things like I could never do. Sometimes it eats at me, and sometimes I'm proud of you. I never wanted to compete with all the things you tried to be. You did not hurt or desert me. I've simply been who I have been. You look at things and you say, what could they become? I look at a thing and I say, there it is. It's already good enough. But if it hurts, I move away. If it feels good, I stay. And lately it feels good.
Lately it feels good.
Lately